Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Clement Eshemugie. So today, I want to tell you about why maybe you should choose me or choose what I want to teach us, because I learned that you guys have been studying hard. And then at this stage, you want to choose either you want to go into the graphics class or any other class that you may deem fit as you progress or as you move on. We all know or hear about digital skills. If you've heard about digital skills, can I see your hands up? Okay, so that is what we are learning in this our program, right? And when we talk about digital skills, we have different aspects of it. Of course, you have started one, and then you want to go into another aspect. So I will be talking about graphics design under digital skills. Before I show you my course outline, I want to talk to us about what I call PPPM. That is triple PM. My number one P is people. Yeah, people. When I talk about people, I refer to you as an individual. And if you have a company, right, you are also under the P, which is for people, because without people, there will be no company. I've never seen a company that exists that somebody did not start it. Please, if you have seen one, I will dash you how much now? 10K. Now, if you know any company that exists that nobody open the company, 10K for you. 1, I want to count to 5. 2, sir. Okay, nobody. Yes, sir. Any company? Who have internet here? Call the company. Please Google the company.
It's a food company.
Food. Yes. Mention a company that is existing and nobody established the company. There is none, right? Okay, so my second P is a product. Now, graphics is a product that you want to sell to the first P. Graphics is a product, graphics is a value, right? So when you are looking for money, like the financial expert will say, that you have to give what? You have to give value. In exchange for what? In exchange for what? Now you are coming to learn value, and that is the product that I'm offering you, which is graphics design. Now, my last P is profits, because for every venture, there will be profits. You want to check what you have invested, and then minus what you have turned over from, and then what happens? The remaining one is called the profit. So you must have done a lot of deductions, right? Then you now say, okay, this is my profit, and that is where you can expand, because the level at which you will start, you cannot say that is where you want to remain if you did not get profit, because your profit will tell you, okay, now I start with let's say a laptop. Somebody will tell you, when I started the restaurant business, I used 1 cup of rice to start. Have you heard that story? Yeah? So maybe you will start with your smartphone, and then later you get a laptop. From a laptop, you have 2 laptops. From 2 laptops, you have more hands, and then you expand like that. So my other alphabet is M. M for me is marketing. So having said that, I will tell you about the marketing when we go through the slide. In our class, we'll be talking about or teaching 3 applications. We have the Photoshop. How many of you have heard about Photoshop? Okay. Then we have CorelDRAW. You've heard about CorelDRAW? And then we have Canva. Canva seems to be popular among us today that have a smartphone, right? How many of you have Canva on your phone? And you know how to use Canva to create content? All right, you have Canva on your phone, right? And you also have it in your PC. So basically in this class, we are going to be discussing content. Now, if you are on social media, you will know that you cannot, anything you do on social media is content, right? So as a graphics teacher, I'm not just a teacher. I am also a practitioner. What do I mean by that? I make money or living out of graphics design by creating content with my skill. So what I do is what I teach. And I have platforms on social media where I showcase my products. I have my portfolios, and the things I do to reach out to my target market, to my audience, is the same thing I'm going to teach you as well. So if you want to learn more about that, if you're on the internet, you can just maybe Google or check for Marketconnectphc. Marketconnectphc is my registered company, and graphics design is one of the services that we render there, and that includes digital marketing. I told you I was going to talk about the M, right, which is digital, which is marketing. So it's one thing we're going to be discussing, because you're not just going to learn. For me, is after learning, how do I use what I have learned to make money? Do you understand? I will be very happy to see that, okay, this person was in my class and this is what this person is doing, because we are all going to follow each other on social media. If you're online, let me see your hands up. Like, you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you're on TikTok, you're on YouTube. Like, you have a channel on YouTube, right? Good. So the reason why I'm asking you these questions, it's not that you will go and be consuming people's content and you help them to make money. People should consume your content and you make money. Do you love that? You love that, right? So if you want to be part of the class, please just open your mind and let's learn. Class. Alant is going to be a 1-week class. So we're going to have an assessment in this class. That is, at the end of the day, or rather, I think every week we'll be having a test, right? At the end of the day, this is going to be what you can use to assess participants in the class. So at the end of the class, you'll be tested and scores will be given to you. So attendance count a lot. So for you to be in the class alone, you have 10%. Right? Then if you participate in the class, also are going to pay attention to those who will, okay, maybe raise questions, or you answer questions, or you have things that you talk about. Then the next one is teamwork, because we are going to group us in team, and then we give us projects. Now each member of that team will get 20%. Then your digital artwork, what you learn and how you come up with your own design, you get your 20%. Then assessments, you get 40%, and overall total is 100%. Is that good? You like that? So here are the course outline. So we have from week 1 to week 9. From week 1 to week 9. So I don't want to bore you with all these jargons, right? So as the class progresses, we are going to learn something there. Now, finally, I told you about the marketing aspect, right? That is where this one comes in. The week 9, we will learn graphic design business. Be your own boss. We're in a country where you don't need to depend or rely maybe on mommy, on daddy, on uncle, on Tinubu, or who is the other man's name again? Who is the governor's name? What's the governor's name? Governor Sim Fubara, or your local government chairman, to go and meet him to show him, to show you love. You should show them love. If you cannot show them love, there are people around you, maybe your brother, sister, that you can show love, right? So I believe you have somebody that you should show love. Maybe your brother, sister, maybe your landlord's son or your landlord's daughter. They say, hey, come and take 1,000 naira. Now you can do that if you are your own boss, right? So you are going to learn. Welcome. You are going to learn how to use all the skills that we have learned for the past 8 weeks. How to deploy yourself in the market and then be your own boss. Remember from the beginning I told you that graphics is broad, right? So inside graphics you can carve out your niche. I hope you know what niche is, right? So inside graphics you can carve out your niche, and you can tell yourself, okay, with all these things I have been learning, I want to remain. Somebody asked a question. Okay, with all these things you have learned, I want to remain on this side. You know, though you know other side of it, but this is where you want to pitch your tent. then getting jobs and be successful as a graphic designer. Now, if you choose to go and get experience, if you ask me, I think I will advise that, okay, let's say you have a 10 years projection that you want to go into graphics. Maybe you want to have a very big business center. How many of you are going to print Flex in Port Harcourt? Flex in Port Harcourt. Okay, let me mention some places. My one, you know my one, right? There are a lot of Flex printing companies there. Then Keltec is the biggest one I know in Port Harcourt, right? So everything they do there that goes through the machine are graphics. Everything, including what you are wearing on your shirts, is graphics, right? So mine is plain. It means that I can create graphics and print on my shirts, right? So now you should not tell yourself, where should I focus on? And then after you have worked, maybe you just say yourself, let me just work for 1 year to get experience, and then get some money, and then open my small business center. And then you can start printing for people as well. And these days, trust me, time will come, people will no longer be printing stuff. It has even happened in some places where everything we do are shared on the internet. You advertise online. So if that is where you want to also pitch your tent, fine. Then how to sell or market your graphics skill. Now you can sell by creating content. There's a huge market for you to create content, right? To sell your content. You can target multinational companies. I believe you have one uncle that works in a shell, or that works in the oil company. You can say, uncle, this is what I have learned with you, sir. I believe I can serve this company. I have value that this company will love to get. You know, so you can sell your skill, and there is a market for you. It can be in the entertainment industry, in the political circle. You know, every election year. For those of you who are close to councillor, chairman, and all that, and you attend their meetings, trust me, if you sell your skill to them, you will be given a contract to design posters for the people who are vying for political offices. Now, that is another aspect which we are going to be discussing about and all that. So, for now, I want to say a very big thank you for giving me your time, and I do hope you will join me in class as we talk about graphics